The fascinating story of Milwaukee Tool, the lunch pail factory that built an American legend. There's a name stamped on job sites, tool belts, and contractor vans all across America. It's printed in bold red letters, and to the people who carry it every day, it means something. It means toughness. It means precision. It means the job gets done. That name is Milwaukee, and behind it is one of the most remarkable industrial stories in American history. A story that starts not with a boardroom vision, but with a simple idea: build a better tool for the person actually swinging it. To understand where Milwaukee Tool came from, you have to go back to the years right after World War I. America was rebuilding, factories were humming, and an automotive titan named Henry Ford had a problem. He needed a drill, something compact enough to be handled with a single hand, yet powerful enough to punch through metal on an assembly line. At the time, nothing like that existed. The drills of that era were heavy, clunky, and exhausting to operate. Ford needed someone who could think differently. He found his answer in a young Wisconsin manufacturer named A.H. Peterson. Peterson took on the commission and got to work. What he produced was nothing short of revolutionary for its time. A one-handed pistol grip drill powered by a Westinghouse series motor, weighing in at just 5 pounds. It was light enough to hold with one hand, but tough enough to handle the punishing demands of an automotive factory floor. Peterson called it the hole shooter. And just like that, a legend was born. In 1922, Peterson teamed up with a business partner named Albert F. Siebert, and the two formally established A.H. Peterson Company. Things were moving in the right direction, but then tragedy struck. A devastating fire tore through their manufacturing facility, wiping out nearly everything they had built. The financial blow was too severe to absorb, and the company was forced to close its doors. Siebert refused to walk away. In 1924, he managed to purchase what remained of the company's assets at auction. He reopened under a new name, the Milwaukee Electric Tool Corporation, with a renewed commitment to the founding vision: build tools that working people could actually depend on. That year, 1924, is officially recognized as the birth of Milwaukee Tool as we know it today. Now here is where the story takes a fascinating turn. In its early years, Milwaukee didn't just make tools, it repaired them. And that repair business turned out to be one of the most valuable learning experiences a tool company could ever have. Every drill, every saw, every busted piece of equipment that came through the door taught Milwaukee's engineers something. They could see exactly where competitors' tools were failing. They could feel the weak points in the designs. They could hear from workers exactly what they needed and what kept letting them down. That daily feedback loop, hands on the broken tools of an entire industry, shaped Milwaukee into something more than a manufacturer. It became a problem solver. And with that knowledge in hand, the engineers went back to the hole shooter and rebuilt it from the ground up. The improved version was stronger, more durable, and outfitted with a custom motor designed to extend the tool's life under heavy use. It spread rapidly through the automotive and metalworking industries, becoming an essential piece of equipment wherever serious fabrication was happening. By 1930, Milwaukee Tool had done something no other power tool company had managed. It obtained an equipment specification rating from the United States government. That certification gave Milwaukee a significant edge over every rival in the marketplace. It was a signal to professional buyers that these weren't consumer-grade tools dressed up in industrial packaging. These were tools built to a genuine standard. Then the world went to war again. When World War II broke out, Milwaukee's hole shooter found itself on a new kind of front line. The company's drills were used in the construction of military aircraft, playing a direct role in the war effort. The U.S. Navy took notice. They became loyal Milwaukee customers, ordering the brand's tools in significant volume. The Navy's stamp of approval elevated Milwaukee's reputation to an entirely different level. If the United States military trusted these tools to build warplanes, there wasn't much a civilian job site could throw at them that they couldn't handle. Coming out of the war, Milwaukee was well-positioned, well-funded, and ambitious, and in 1951 the company did something that would define its legacy for generations to come. It introduced a brand new kind of saw, a reciprocating saw, and gave it a name that captured exactly what it could do: the Sawzall. The Sawzall was unlike anything the industry had seen. It could cut through wood, metal, pipe, drywall, and just about anything else a tradesperson might encounter on a job. It was fast, it was aggressive, and it got into spaces that other saws simply couldn't reach. Contractors, plumbers, electricians, and demolition crews adopted it almost immediately. The Sawzall didn't just fill a gap in the market, it created an entirely new category of tool that every other manufacturer would spend decades trying to replicate. Through the 1960s and beyond, Milwaukee continued to push forward. The company developed a deeper focus on heavy-duty professional tools, deliberately positioning itself as the brand for serious tradespeople rather than weekend hobbyists. Every decision Milwaukee made was filtered through that lens. If a weekend warrior would be satisfied with it, it probably wasn't built tough enough for a Milwaukee. The company cultivated a reputation that workers on job sites across America came to rely on and take pride in. The decades rolled on. Ownership of Milwaukee Tool changed hands more than once over the years, passing through the hands of different corporate entities before eventually landing with Tektronic Industries, a Hong Kong-based manufacturer, in 2005. That acquisition might have raised some eyebrows at the time, but what followed was nothing short of a renaissance. Under new ownership, Milwaukee Tool was completely reinvigorated. Investment poured into research and development. Engineers were empowered to take bigger swings, and the company refocused itself around a very clear mission. Listen to the tradespeople who actually use the tools and solve their real problems, not imaginary ones invented in a lab. One of the most significant results of that philosophy came with the development of Milwaukee's M18 battery platform. Lithium-ion cordless technology was rapidly changing what was possible in the power tool world, and Milwaukee went all in on a system that would allow professionals to share one battery across dozens of different tools. Drills, grinders, circular saws, rotary hammers, lights, vacuums, all powered by the same interchangeable battery. It was a massive undertaking, and it paid off enormously. The M18 platform became one of the most trusted and widely adopted cordless systems in the professional trades, but Milwaukee didn't stop there. The company began expanding into product categories that no one had expected a power tool brand to enter. They developed heated jackets and work gear. They engineered advanced lighting systems for job sites. They moved into pipe inspection cameras, handheld diagnostic tools, and even advanced tracking technology that lets workers monitor the location of their equipment. Milwaukee wasn't just making power tools anymore. It was building an entire ecosystem around the professional tradesperson. And through all of it, the philosophy remained the same one that had guided the company since A.H. Peterson first built the hole shooter in a Wisconsin workshop. Get close to the workers, understand the real problems, build something that actually makes their jobs better, safer, and more efficient. Don't build for the catalog, build for the job site. Today, Milwaukee Tool employs thousands of people across the United States and operates globally across dozens of markets. It holds hundreds of patents and continues to release new products at a pace that keeps competitors perpetually playing catch-up. The iconic red and black branding has become synonymous with professional-grade performance in a way that very few companies in any industry ever achieve. But perhaps what makes Milwaukee's story so enduring isn't the products themselves. It's the culture of relentless improvement that has driven the company from the very beginning. From a single drill commissioned by Henry Ford, to a fire that nearly ended everything, to a reinvention that turned a century-old tool company into one of the most dynamic brands in manufacturing. Milwaukee Tool is proof that when you stay close to the people doing the work, and you never stop asking how to do it better, you can build something that lasts. The lunch pail factory from Wisconsin became an American legend, and it's still building.